The star announced her breast cancer diagnosis earlier this year. The 36-year-old Gutfeld co-host, who revealed her cancer diagnosis in February, went on the show to announce her brief departure. The B*****ist case scenario of breast cancer can involve quite a road to feeling whole again, so this is the first step in that, she said. Just so the internet can't come up with theories about where I am, that's where I am. Timpf said that she has a surgery scheduled for next week, and has already undergone a double mastectomy. Timpf gave birth to a son earlier this year, just hours after receiving her cancer diagnosis. I'm lucky that we found the cancer so early. I'm lucky to be my son's mom, she announced on Instagram in February. I mean, I know I'm biased, but the little dude absolutely rules, and not just because he might have saved my life. In the post, she said that she was diagnosed with stage 0 breast cancer and that her doctor is confident that it almost certainly hasn't spread. She returned to television in May, joining Greg Gutfeld on the Fox Nation show, What Did I Miss? Timpf had to defend herself against internet trolls doubting her diagnosis and questioning her parenting skills in the past. In March, she had to clarify her cancer diagnosis after it was called into question. I promise I know more about my own case than people online and do not take life-altering medical treatments lightly, Timpf said. The host was also attacked online for attending Coachella, one of her first public outings since the birth of her son and her double mastectomy surgery. One fun thing I've noticed about being a mom is if you ever post with your baby, or God forbid, having fun without your baby, people are like, oh my God, where's her baby? She's a mother. Should a mother be acting like this? Grow up, she posted on her social media accounts in April. I've only been a mom for a couple of months, but I'm starting to think that the only way to be a parent and avoid backlash is to be a dad. In April, the star also had to shut down a troubling rumor that she had died. Guys, there are lots of fake accounts posting stuff about me on Facebook which is not accurate, including this one that says I died, she tweeted. Despite the internet hate, Timpf has kept a positive outlook. Once I recover from childbirth, my mole removal scars heal, I get a double mastectomy, get rid of my cancer, have reconstruction surgery and am physically capable of getting back in the gym. It's over for you ****hz#MILF. She jokingly wrote to Instagram in March. After announcing her next surgery on air, comments poured in supporting Timpf. Glad you put it out there like that, wrote one user on Timpf's Instagram post. Shut down the ridiculous rumor mill before it even begins. The show isn't the same without you, another commented. Okay, care of yourself and looking forward to your return. Kat Timpf was never one to sit still. Whether firing off acerbic one-liners on Gutfeld, penning sharp-witted essays, or charming audiences with her no-nonsense libertarian takes, she thrived on movement, engagement, and, most of all, transparency. But when the cameras stopped rolling on a chilly Monday in July, Kat had already made a decision she'd been dreading, to take a break from the spotlight, not because she wanted to, but because she had to. It was not for burnout, nor was it for a vacation. It was for something much heavier. Another round of surgery as part of her ongoing battle with breast cancer. And this time, she was determined to control the narrative even as online conspiracies swirled. Kat made the announcement the way she did most things, direct, slightly sarcastic, and completely disarming. I'm taking a short break from Gutfeld, she said during a candid livestream on her Instagram, seated on a couch with her trademark glasses, a fuzzy blanket, and a conspicuously half-drunk Diet Coke. No, I'm not fired. No, I didn't get cancelled. And no, I'm not secretly vacationing with the Illuminati on Epstein's ghost yacht. I'm having another surgery. It was the first time many of her fans had heard her speak so plainly about what had, until recently, been whispered among her most loyal followers and tabloid speculators, that the 35-year-old Fox News commentator had been quietly battling breast cancer for over a year. What followed was not just a flood of support but also a surprising eruption of conspiracy theories, from claims that her illness was a cover for political blackballing, to wild ideas that she was part of some deep state ploy to sabotage Gutfeld's ratings. Kat, being Kat, didn't flinch. I'll be back on set faster than a Kennedy conspiracy on Reddit, she quipped, and I'll still be allergic to nonsense. But behind the humor was a very real journey, one that tested her strength, her privacy, and her belief in radical honesty. During a routine self-check in early 2024, Kat noticed something, a small, almost imperceptible firmness beneath her skin. It felt like a frozen pea, she would later tell people in a long-form interview, but I couldn't feel it once I noticed. Despite no family history and a clean bill of health just months prior, something about the discovery gnawed at her. She scheduled a doctor's appointment, more out of paranoia than urgency. That appointment turned into an ultrasound. The ultrasound led to a biopsy. And then came the call. Stage 1 breast cancer. Caught early. Treatable, the oncologist had said. It was a relief and a nightmare. I remember thinking, okay, so I'm going to live. But I'm not going to live the way I did before, she recalled. She chose not to make the diagnosis public right away. Kat continued to appear on Gutfeld and co-host Fox News Specialists, filming episodes between consultations and maintaining her signature wit. Only a handful of producers and close friends knew what she was going through. She had a lumpectomy that spring, and for a while, it seemed like she might be out of the woods. But cancer, like internet gossip, doesn't always play by the rules. In late May 2025, during a follow-up screening, new irregular cells were found. Precancerous, but aggressive, her doctor explained. The recommendation was clear: another surgery, this time more extensive, involving reconstruction and the possibility of a prophylactic mastectomy. It wasn't the news Kat wanted. But after an emotionally exhausting weekend with her husband, Cameron Fisher, and hours of research and second opinions, she decided to go ahead with the surgery. It was then that she also decided to go public. "If I'm going to disappear from the screen, I want people to know why," she said in her livestream. "I want them to know it's not weakness. It's the opposite." But even as waves of support rolled in from fans, fellow journalists, and cancer survivors, an undercurrent of toxicity brewed online. On Reddit threads, speculative Twitter accounts, and even fringe blogs, people began spinning theories. Some claimed she was faking illness to cover a feud with Greg Gutfeld. Others suggested Fox was pushing her out. The most absurd theory alleged that Kat had become a whistleblower and was being silenced. At first, Kat ignored them. "It's the internet," she told her team. "People think Avril Lavigne died and was replaced by a clone." But the rumors took a darker turn. Strangers began messaging her friends and family, demanding answers. Photos of her post-surgery hospital bracelet were circulated and dissected. Some speculated about her body, her fertility, even her mental state. That's when Kat drew a line. Even some of her ideological opposites, including commentators from MSNBC and The Daily Show, voiced support. Cancer didn't care what party she voted for. And neither did basic decency. During her break, Kat kept a surprisingly open channel with fans uploading brief video blogs, humorously titled Chemo and Chill, documenting everything from her hospital food reviews, solid 4/10, but better than airplane pizza, to impromptu makeup tutorials filmed between naps. One especially moving video showed her removing her bandages, her husband gently helping her up from bed. "I don't feel less feminine," she said tearfully. "I feel like ******ing warrior." Greg Gutfeld also addressed her absence in a rare emotional segment. "There's a reason Kat is one of the sharpest minds on this show. She tells the truth. Even when it hurts. Even when it's uncomfortable. And right now, the truth is, she's healing. We're counting the days till she's back insulting my fashion choices and rolling her eyes at my monologues." Fans began sending in letters, artwork, and even crocheted versions of Kat in her trademark glasses. The Fox set placed one in her usual chair, a cheeky, heartfelt gesture that she later said made her laugh so hard I cried. The surgery was successful. Recovery was slow but steady. By mid-August, Kat was walking unassisted, her appetite returning, and her humor sharper than ever. Still, she took her time. "I didn't want to return just because the cameras were ready. I wanted to return when I was ready," she told The View in an exclusive post-recovery interview. "And when I did come back, I wanted it to be with scars and all." On September 3, 2025, Kat returned to Gutfeld. To thunderous applause. She entered the studio in a cobalt blue blazer, sporting a newly cropped haircut, a subtle middle finger to the trolls who had gossiped about her appearance, and greeted the audience with a grin. "I had cancer. I had surgery. I had way too much hospital jello. And now I'm back, and slightly radioactive." That night's episode became the highest-rated Gutfeld of the year. Today, Kat remains a voice not just in political discourse but in advocacy. She has since partnered with several breast cancer organizations, using her platform to raise awareness for early detection, support for younger women with cancer, and the need for privacy in a public age. She also co-founded an initiative called Visible Scars, aimed at media professionals battling illness behind the scenes, providing financial support, legal resources, and emotional care. "Everyone sees the smile on air," she said in a recent speech at Columbia Journalism School. "But no one sees the chemo drip off camera." Kat and her husband are also exploring surrogacy, a topic she's discussed with both bravery and nuance.